Alright, so I composed the tracks in Reason. This is the Evade Stage 1. I'm using very generic or simple synthesizers that mimic the old systems, so I can select the different types of sound chips and affect the type of output for the specific synthesizer. I actually have 2 channels because the original Evade track only allowed for 2 notes to be played at a time. So that's me playing this lead chip. I can change the wave. And we can do crazy things. Bass. Okay, so I take this and then I output to MIDI, and then I actually go to Windows, oh my god, and I import MIDI into a tracker. And this is Open Mod Plug Tracker, and from there it actually will do the quantizing of the notes into the proper format, because trackers have specific timings that are very generic. They're lower resolution typically than a MIDI file. So for example, you can only split the bars in half or by 4s or whatever. You can't like have fractions of that. It just doesn't work that way. So you take samples that have specific properties, and it basically takes those samples and scales them, and then it plays the patterns, right? So in contrast, let's tab over. So we can hear that the bass sounds a little robotic, and that's okay because I expect there to be some limitations. So this is what it sounds like, the bass sounds like originally. And then if we play the bass here, let's see, how do I mute this guy? Mute channel. And part of that has to do with the fact that the notes are cut off very quickly, and that's okay, again. But from there we can now export to the awesome tracker that is ATMLib. So this is what the song looks like with ATMLib. Let's see. Where are you? There we go, tracker. And I can tell it to load, and then I'm going to choose something I drew myself. So I will have to go here, actually experiments, music prototype song. And this is a JSON format. And then this is all the specific note tracks. And so if I play this, now the tempo is a little off. You go to the next section of notes, and then next section. So the idea is that you can repeat things. So it's da 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 da. So if I were to play these, the actual song, I could do this. So we can see that the bass itself actually sounds different than the original, and I'm okay with that. But the idea is we can go from this guy, again, this is the idea, to MIDI, and then use a tool like this. But the difference being, instead of using a tool that is graphic, we can use a tool that is a actual command line tool to affect the workflow. So where am I? I am here, so I can go to CLI, and I have the actual song as a MIDI file right here. So I can type in M2A and then type in evade stage 1.mid, and this program shows all of the notes. So this is the pattern. So if we go to, let's say, pattern 1, oops, sorry about that, it's going to be very fast. That's pattern 4. 3, 2, 1. So C5, C3 for channels. I go to the graphical version, and go to pattern 1. Well, that doesn't look right. Clearly there are some things we have to do. Ah, I see. There's probably an ordering issue, which you can deal with. C5, C3, C4, C3, C4. Yeah, C3, C4, yeah. So, anywho, this is the current status. Lots of stuff going on. The idea is we can take this now, and now that we have the notes quantized appropriately, we can now export these as tracker, ATM tracker. So anyway, this recording got a little longer than I expected.